Okay, so my Thomas game is still loading. We asked me to open Steam, and yet I'm clicking on it, and you're not letting me. Oh fuck! It's froze. How the hell is the game still trying to open up when I just cancelled it? This is ridiculous. Is it because it's updating something? Okay, I'm gonna reset my game and find out. Restart. Okay. I think the game's like updating, that's why it's taken a while. Yes! The game's booting up. Oh yeah, the game has updated. What the fuck? Oh my god, the game has updated. Oh wow. Let's see. Set route, spawn train, delete train, spawn last, map. Oh my god. It's the original Thomas. Thomas Green. Why, hello, Thomas. Number 70. I gotta do stuff on. It's like a little breath down on my knee. I want to take you in the midnight. Is that the red balloon in James and the Big Red Balloon?
Barkley is super protective. He takes his big brother duties very seriously. And I think he always will. So, vice versa.
Today we're taking a look at Tata E3 series Shinkansen, which is a Japanese mini Shinkansen. It's still standard gauge, but the width is narrow. And it's operated by JR East. It trains at Tsubasa and runs on the Yamagata Shinkansen line, which goes north of Tokyo. I actually did get the chance to ride that when I was in Japan, although they released two more just 2 months ago. Yeah, this comes in a set of 7 with 2 end cars and 5 integrated cars, including 2 with pantographs. But before we get started, I'd like to thank Mansei Hobby for sponsoring this video. They are an online hobby store in Japan where you can get these Japanese model trains. I do have a coupon code you can use for 10% off any model train items. The code and link to their website will be in the description down below. But anyways, let's get started on car 11. So this is car 11, the lead car of the train set. Anyway, second train, which I'll show you later on. So it has this pretty cool scheme with this purple and red and yellow stripes and this white. And apparently that purple is inspired by the bannered duck Oshidori, which is Yamagata Prefecture's bird. It really does look like a duck. See, this is the bill. It's actually the newer livery in 2014. The old one was gray and green. It's very curvy around the top, and the bottom makes this wedge shape. So on top we have the windshield, which in the middle you can see inside it's clear, but the side ones are tinted black. But they are actual windows. If you put it to light, you can see through. We have the two windshield wipers, which are just painted on, and this is set L70. You see a bit of the train driver controls. The dash is kind of curved. There also is this radio antenna, which is inside the roof, only on that side. Then we have the headlights, which are angling down, because this is the E3 2000 series. The older E3s will just be straight across. If you take a look at the gradient, it turns from red to yellow, but if you look closely, there is a bit of a jagged edge to it, so this could be a bit smoother, and the shading is done with halftone dots. It's about the same on the other side. And then in the nose, there are these covers, which can open up to show the coupler. So to reveal the coupler, just go underneath. And it's going to be two sets of switches. And in the box, there is a screwdriver, which you can use to open it up. So it comes out like this, and you can split it in half. Open it up to reveal the coupler inside, which you need to pull out from the second switch. And there we got the coupler to come out, and then we'll retract the covers with the first switch. So it looks like this, and then pull back the coupler. And then here is the final form, ready to couple to a train. So here we got the E5 series, and just going to pop the nose out. You can see the cover detaches from the nose, unlike the E3, which they made functional. So here they are coupled together just like in real life. And here is the range of motion, which is surprisingly very wide. So I think it'll work pretty well with curves. So like I said before, this is car 11. And if you look at the E5, it says car 10. And to put back the cover, you just do everything in reverse. And there we go. That's how it works. Then at the bottom, we have a snow plow. So look closely, there's molding for rail wipers. We have this nice swooping shaping, and then it curves down here at the bottom. From the profile view, we got the truck, which shows it's an older Shinkansen, because newer trains usually have a cover. And we have the door for the train driver, and the window has a silver outline, along with some molded-in details. Also a rain gutter at the top. There also is this extendable step, which pops out and acts as a gap filler, and there is another one in the rear. Since this is a mini Shinkansen, they need to bridge the gap at standard Shinkansen stations. We have this gray JR logo, Japan Railway, and inside we got some windows. You can see the seats inside. Now the first few rows, the bottom is flat, but the rest do come with armrests. And then in the back, we got is the green car, which is first class. It's wheelchair accessible, car 11, no smoking. And there is a window for the conductor to stick his head out. Those are molded-in details of the door and on the side of the car, including the bottom, which has these vents and little rivets molded in. Then we got the LED board. This is Tsubasa 142 bound for Tokyo. Reserved seating for the green car. But you can also get the one bound for Yamagata and Shinjo, or run it as the Nasuno, which does have some non-reserved seating. Then inside we have a window. Can't see much in there. We have this graphic to represent spring. It's a JR East Railway Company, and they have some nice sakura cherry blossoms. Then we have the car type number, bit of molding at the bottom, and there's the rear truck. And on the very edge we have this gangway cover, which I did find interesting. There is this little slit in the middle, and that appears in the rear one. Alright, now to take a look at the end, where we have the gangway. And this is very loose, so it takes very little effort to move side to side. There also is a shroud for the next car's hand grab to make it streamlined. So for the side, you see that coupler at the bottom. It's connected to the corridor, and just one big piece. So for the other side, it's pretty symmetrical. Just the underside vents are going to be a bit different. And this corner represents summer with sapphire and cherries. Alright, now I'm going to take a look at the roof, which I was surprised that the middle part is painted blue. It's also fairly detailed with these bolts and lines, a red stripe, and these two gray roof hatches. And in the middle, there is this antenna, which is kind of hidden in the body. Sticks out a bit. And then in the back, there is that roof shroud again. Alright, now let's go take a look at the bottom. So in the front, we got the mechanism to open up the nose. Then we got the trunk, and here's the switch to toggle the headlights and taillights. Some floor molding, and this model is made in Japan. Then here's the rear. So here's the next car, car number 12 with pantograph. So the end is about the same. We can't see the insulators at the top. Then if you look at the side, we got a bunch of windows, with the door at the end. And the LED board is different, says reserve seating, but it's not the green car. And you also do the vents at the bottom, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, the end, we have the pantograph with these molded in wire detail and these white insulators. And this one's even on a diagonal for clearance. And there's some holes on the sides with the board. Here's the pantograph to raise them. Now to draw for the overhead lines. And yeah, it actually doesn't require much movement. And here's a close-up view of it. Right, so after that we got some great panels in the middle and the insulator at the end. Okay, now for the bottom, which is pretty standard, not much going on here. So now here is car 13, which is the motor car, so it does have some weight to it. So on the end we have an insulator at the top, just like the other car. And this car uses a standard sized door, a row of windows, and the inside is flat. And then on the other end we have another insulator at the top, inside of the roof hump. And then here's the view of the other side. Okay, now for the top, we have the insulator at the end, some molded details, right lines and roof panels, and a hump. So if you take a look at the bottom, you can see there are gears in the trucks, because it is the motor car, and has some additional molding in the middle for the drivetrain, which does stick out a little bit, and it is magnetic, and there's an arrow pointing to the side. Right, so here's car 14, the other pantograph car. It's actually quite similar. I mean, the windows and the bottom vents do all match up, but the difference is the doors. The first one was wheelchair accessible, but the other one's just standard. Their pantographs also face different directions, and the insulator layout is kind of different as well. The molding and the parts are not the same, but other than those points, it's basically the same exact car. Right, so now we reached car 15. There's nothing really special about it, just it has these insulators on both ends. And here's the other side, which gets one characteristic are these cool vents at the bottom. And here's the top view, and here's the underside. Right, so here is car 16. And it's
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13.
Frost-covered trees up Mount Zao, which in real life looks pretty cool. And here's the rest of the view across. So finally, this is car 17, the other end car. Now it is different from the first car because that one was a green car and had these really large windows, while it's standard size on this one. The bottom vents are also different, as well as the door sizes. And if you go to the front, the nose doesn't have that seam in the middle, so it probably doesn't have a coupler to hook up to another train. It is missing that front part, and that tab is brown. It also doesn't have that headlight switch, and here's the back. And then this is the other side. So another difference is the roof. They move this antenna forward, and the hatches and red lines are placed differently. And a big difference is it doesn't have that hump in the rear. Alright, so now we have everything. Let's assemble the train. Alright, so here's the full-length train, 7 cars long.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13.
Now we have a total of 7. Now all these are by Kato, except the 500 that's by Comic. Right, so if we go down the line, we have the 500 series, the Dr. Yellow, N700A, the E3 series, the E5 series, the E6 series, and E7. So the E stands for JR East, which these 4 are all JR East, while the N700, that's by JR Central, and these 2 are JR West. So if you look at the E3, does have that sharp wedge shape in the nose, which is quite different from all the other Shinkansen. The angle is quite steep, while the other ones have a more gradual slope, so it does stick out quite a bit. And even from the front, you can see that cab, it rises much higher than the others. The E3 is also a mini Shinkansen, just like the E6, so the body is narrow compared to the standard width. It might not be obvious from the front, but on the top you can really tell how skinny that is. Also, mini Shinkansen have a shorter car length, so you can see it is just shy of the full length. But it does make up for it by making the body much taller than the others. Another characteristic about the mini Shinkansen, on the doorways they have these retractable steps. It's also present on the E6, but you won't find that on the standard wave Shinkansen. They don't have to fill a gap at platforms. Also, the roof antenna of the E3 is kind of hidden in the body, while other Shinkansen just have it on the roof exposed, or next to the headrest in a streamlined shell, or a regular one like on the 500. Also notice how big the windows are on the E3. Everyone else uses a much smaller window. Maybe that's better for aerodynamics. Even if you consider the non-green cars, it's still much bigger. And if you take a look at the pentagram, it's much different from the newer systems, which are more streamlined and it has these spring towers. Also different from the N700. It's most similar to the one on Dr. Yellow. These insulators and the bottom shape. The 500 series might be similar, although not quite. Another thing is, if you look at the roofs, generally the roof paint is the same color as the stripe in the front. So I was surprised that on the E3 they had this totally different bluish purple color. You see see, it's a much lighter shade for these roof panels, but it's actually accurate. I found a video online and even turning light blue. Alright, so here's the view of the cutaway. And again, you can see how skinny the E3 and the E6 are compared to the standard width. Also interesting, the E3 has a dark gray color gateway, while the other ones come in a light gray shade. But you can see they are cross compatible, even the other way around.
One, two, three, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. One, two, three, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. One, two, three, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13.
Alright, so here is the full station, one-sided DX platform. And you can see it is quite long, so the first section is pretty simple. Unlike the island platform, which had a curved sculpture, it has this wall to the side, and on the end we have stairs, some guardrails with an access gate in the middle. Now the edge of the platform has a nice texture to it. There's also different molded colors. And then here's the rear face of the platform, which it has a walkway sticking out. It does have different molding for the back face of the wall. There's also holes for the windows, although there's not really any glass in there. They also have these rain gutter downspouts molded in. Alright, and then for the main section, the roof
1,
slits off to the side.
2,
Also, it's an access
3,
ladder and some
4,
train signals.
5,
This one's used for emergency
6,
stop, and
7,
watches red.
8,
We have one side
9,
departure warning light.
10,
And then this is a stop
11,
position sign. So
12,
4-car train was
13,
here. We have an
14,
advertisement for Lilly
15,
Dental Clinic, open
16,
to 9 p.m. By the
17,
way, the inside does have
18,
these holes for
19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30, 31, 32, 33, 34, 35, 36, 37, 38, 39, 40, 41, 42, 43, 44, 45, 46, 47, 48, 49, 50, 51, 52, 53, 54, 55, 56, 57, 58, 59, 60, 61, 62, 63, 64, 65, 66, 67, 68, 69, 70, 71, 72, 73, 74, 75, 76, 77, 78, 79, 80, 81, 82. 83, 84, 85, 86, 87, 88, 89, 90, 91, 92, 93, 94, 95, 96, 97, 98, 99, 100, 101, 102, 103, 104. Oh, fuck!
Platform accessory set because you need two of these platforms for it to work.
One, two, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30, 31, 32, 33, 34, 35, 36, 37, 38, 39, 40, 41, 42, 43, 44, 45, 46, 47, 48, 49, 50, 51, 52, 53, 54, 55, 56, 57, 58, 59, 60, 61, 62, 63, 64, 65, 66, 67, 68, 69, 70, 71, 72, 73, 74, 75, 76, 77, 78, 79, 80, 81, 82. 82. And if I'm correct, it is straight. Yeah. And then the. Okay. Yeah, 82.
And there's still a bunch of extra ones if you want to do another platform. But yeah, here's how it looks like with the platform doors. We've got some fences on the end and these gray walls throughout.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23. What number did I say earlier? Fuck. Fuck.
You can see there's going to be that big gap between the train and the platform because it's a mini Shinkansen. Now, one of the challenges about having platform doors is that you have to align it with the doors on the train, and you have to set it up a different way depending on how long the train is. So that's going to be a bit of a problem since you're using different trains. If you set it up correctly, these doors would be aligned with the train doors. So here I brought in my island platform, which has that curvy edge, but it is a problem once you add in the catenary support beams. You can see it doesn't really go well with the curve. Maybe you can if you put it all the way back, but again, it is very close to that edge. So we do need to swap it out. So now it should fit fine in the platform. And it's much similar to the one on the box, although it does seem like they cut out the second catenary. There also are these smaller ones which go in between the platform roofs. There are going to be holes underneath which you could connect it with, although when I did try it was kind of blocked by the wall, so it does seem like you have to cut it.
15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30, 31, 32, 33, 34, 35, 36, 37, 38, 39, 40, 41, 42, 43,
Right, so
44,
here is the station with the
45,
catenaries installed,
46,
and you might see something like this at a
47,
Shinkansen
48,
station. They use this to
49,
hold overhead
50,
lines, and I have a couple
51,
more back over there,
52,
so there's not really
53,
instructions
54,
on where to place
55,
it. So I did
56,
look online at the
57,
product photos,
58,
and I think it's something
59,
like this one in the front,
60,
then the roof section has one in
61,
the middle, then I
62,
spaced it out so I have two
63,
additional ones in the
64,
back.
65,
And then for the
66,
top bar, I did have
67,
to drill in
68,
holes, but the DX
69,
station doesn't have any
70, 71,
markers on where to place
72,
it, so I just lined it up with the
73,
first section, and I
74,
drilled just
75,
before the edge,
76,
and luckily it's just
77,
right next to the pin,
79,
so it doesn't overlap it.
80,
Then you just slide the
81,
pole inside,
82.
and that's how you get it.
Okay, I did
Here's a
say
ground level
82.
view of the station. Looks really neat with all this detail and two platforms. And this is when I figured out I made a mistake in the vending machine. You can see it is lit up, but it wasn't on my new one. And that's when I figured out I forgot to cut out the black boxes. Don't forget about that. So now it is working just fine. And another thing you can add is this ground beacon transponder for the ATS, automatic train stop signal system. And you would put this underneath the first car, and ideally you would glue this down. So Bonze Hobby also sent me the Tsugawa Lake Tram Swan Boat and Ugly Duckling. And it's supposed to be a joke train, so something humorous to have on your layout. You might remember the rubber ducky from the Dr. Yellow video, or the same series. And this is a swan boat carrying a duckling inside. I did ride one of these, they do have it in Tokyo with a park. This is motorized, so you can run it. Now initially I thought this was a fishing rod. It's actually a trolley pole, which can actually rotate, so you can pretend it's an actual tram collecting power from the overhead line, and you can even move it forward. It's actually pretty cute. I do recommend if you get this, get the puppy eyes, and the duckling apparently just hatched, because you can see a bit of the eggshell. And it's all pretty much 3D printed. I had to add the replacement tank. Here's the underside, and here's the ugly duckling from the Trojan's fairy tale. Basically a great rubber ducky. And the second trolley has a swim ring, which it wasn't paid to add it to decals because they would just get stuck underneath here. But it was actually double-sided tape, and here are all of them combined in a single train.
For it, mix it, pack it with Nescafe Espresso Concentrates.
Hello.
So before we get to the final thoughts, thanks again to Bonsai Hobby for sponsoring this video. It's an online hobby store in Japan where you can get these Japanese model trains and the station. I do have a coupon code you can use for 10% off any model train product. The code is with their website link in the description of the card. For my final thoughts, it's kind of like the E3 series Shinkansen. It's a lovely train, although it's not the fastest Shinkansen, it's still pretty quick. This model is nicely detailed. I did find it amusing how it has a special color bundle, but I hope it's a little more realistic, which is not present on the E5 and E6, which became the model work like a real life, and just have that pretty cool purple scheme with the orange and red threads, as well as artwork for the four seasons of Yamagata. There is one flaw about this train because it has that complex color, so they might have some trouble closing it.
It's not Tidmouth Sheds, it's Tidmouth Station. Tidmouth Shed's going to be a bit hard to do because of how round it is. This is only Tidmouth Station. I mean, the station's almost done, but I'm going on to the yards. The yard's just about finished, almost finished. In that direction is Tidmouth Sheds in the game, in Wonders of Sodor. That way is Knapford Station. Also, I am happy to say that Dovetail Games just added a new something to the game, which is another character, which is not really another character, it's just Thomas really, but in his original colour, green livery, and I put him somewhere over here. In the game.
So if that happens to you, consider filing it down a bit to fifth. But a bigger issue is that it kind of blocks the view of the train. Like, apparently the real one they based it on had holes for vents, but they just molded it all, so it's one big gray wall. It doesn't look that great. You can't see anything. There's also other stations where they have windows in the gates, and I feel like that would be much cooler to look at. Kado does have a similar version, but I think those are both get rid of the Yamano one. And lastly, for the Tsugawa Trams, longboat in the Jungle, train, which I did find funny, having a trampoline, which I just learned recently that New York City public cars use it in trolley museums. The hat is also cool, but you can only pick one. It's very speedy, kind of speeding, but it's not really good at going slow. Also, unfortunately, the attachments just get caught up in the station catenary, so I did have to take it off. But the height's not an issue, it can add a bit of speed to your layout. Again, thank you guys for enjoying the video. If you do, give a like. Let me know if you have any thoughts in the comment section. Subscribe, and
At the moment, sunny. I'm literally looking right outside. It's sun setting, but looks clear. What can I do? Thunder in the wind. Thunder, sound of the guns. Beat me in the hand. Find out the guns, yeah. Tell me your past.
So today we're taking a look at the kind of Dr. Yellow weight and skill. This is
What's the degrees? What's the degrees?
It's a diagnostic strain, so that's why they call it Dr. Yellow. So the base set comes with 3 cars, an end car,
I am not exiting my video just to see the degrees in Queensland. It's beginning to be in the afternoon, so that's why I'm not looking up the degrees. So in other words, it's getting colder. Where are you from?
Alright, so here is the lead car of the train set. It's painted in this iconic yellow livery with a stripe inside. Here's how it looks like from the front. It has the same shape as the 700 series. Very cool. Like perfectly painted. Bumped up at the windshield or cab. It does go up on the sides. Inside you can see some
You've been thunderstruck. Thunderstruck. Yeah, thunderstruck. Thunderstruck. Yeah, thunderstruck.
There's actually this line here in the middle, another line, and these grooves are actually hinges to open up the nose to expose the cover. On the bottom there is this teeny tiny snowplow. This is the thinnest snowplow I've ever seen.
Wow.
That's light gray across the
Oh,
bottom. Has some detail.
wow.
This is actually where the curve ends, and it wraps around it. And we got this little detail that sticks out.
Are you still in Australia? Are you like in Australia, or are you in America somewhere? Yeah, okay. New South Wales. New South Wales? Is it New South Wales? Please tell me it's the Blues. Tell me it's the Blues. Tell me it's the Blues.
Next up we have the window, which has a black gasket, and there's just this great wall inside. So yeah, after that there's more windows, and some vents at the bottom, there's a little nub here. The rear bogey is a lot more exposed, you can see all that detail, a little divot here, and here we have the
Is it the Blues?
logo, and it's little rivets here at the bottom as well. There also is another car number at the top, and on the edge there is a gap where you got a damper folded in. There also is a side cover that sticks out. Alright, so here's a look at the rear of the car, where we got the gangway and the coupler. This one's actually kind of stubborn. Usually it's a lot smoother than this. Just gets stuck here at the bottom of it. So on the other side, these windows are actually more spread apart. So there's a lot of empty space. There also is a wider wheelchair accessible door. And there's this additional part that sticks out at the bottom. It's more of that molded in detail. And if we go across, there are some more vents down here. And in the front, some more stuff. This side's also different because the sensor windows move back on this blue stripe. Alright, so now let's go check out the top section. So here's how it looks like from the top. It's move around the cockpit area. There's number 1, and there's some roof walkways. And you might notice if you look closely, there's actually a slight greenish hue to this. It is very subtle, but it's more apparent on the roof. But I do know that yellow is the hardest color to paint. It's just so translucent, you gotta put so many coats of it. Alright, then next up we have this little divot here, which I think is actually a screw point. Then in the back we got these 3 boxes, which they do stick out from the top. And they each have their own unique designs. Here's another roof number. These lines go and there's this light kind of bin. Now let's go check out the bottom. So in the front, got that flower saw before. Then here is the bogey, how it moves inside. It's interesting, the hole's actually this octagonal shape where they angle the edges. Next up, we got some lines, compartment to access the tail light, and these Kato models are made in Japan. And here's the rear bogey, and you can see the coupler. The canopy has that butterfly path, and I think it just gets stuck here in the middle. So now we have car number 2, this is the pantograph car. So here in the front, it's pretty much the same thing on the ends. Then here on the side, we have this extra wide door, with some steps at the bottom. Then we have these 2 windows, and on the bottom there are some vents going across, and some more windows. And here's a look at the bogey, and here is the other end, it's pretty identical. So then on this side, there's a bunch of windows going across, pretty evenly spaced, and there's a door at the end. Alright, so now for the top section, here's how the roof looks like. We got 2 number 2s written on the roof, and there's this cable running along the middle, which goes around through the pantograph system, and it's where they draw power from the overhead lines down. And there's the south of the walls, which get wider in the front and narrow in the middle. It's actually actually pretty interesting that there's two sets of pantographs and they're both facing the same direction. And there's a bit of detail with some insulators. And then in the back we have this thing that slopes down, this cable.
When it comes to your future, choose proof. Choose UniSQ. You'll lead from here. Holy, this video is amazing.
Everyone's doing AI now.
We gotta start too. It's gotta be our list.
So here's how it looks like with the two pantographs, which is actually pretty cool. Although I later found out in operation they only use one at a time. The second one's just a backup. So even if it's down, the pantograph actually does stick out a little bit at the top. Alright, for the bottom, this car is motorized, so you can see the trucks have gears, and one wheel has a traction tire. And there is this panel that can open up, so I guess you can access the motor inside. A bit of molding at the bottom, and here's the other truck. Alright, so here is car number 7, the other end car. How's it different from car number 1? So the main difference is the window layout. Car number 7, one window by itself and then a gap and a bunch of windows. And obviously it's going to say car number 7 on the top as well. But another difference is on the bottom. It doesn't have that extra panel that is present on car 1. The rest of the bottom detail is also different. And if you take a look at the other side, again the same window layout and there's some beds at the bottom. Another difference is on top, this one only has 2 boxes. While on car 1 there is an extra one in the back. Now underneath it's almost identical, just car 7 doesn't have that extra thing at the bottom. So to combine them, you simply push these couplers together, it's pretty easy. Alright, so here it is assembled, the 3-car set. Relatively short, so I think we'll need to use the expansion set. Alright, so here is the add-on set. 4 additional cars. Cars 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah, let's get started here on car number 3, which is rolling away. So here is car number 3. It's pretty unique with this top dome. So on the end we have this extra wide door. We have some windows and vents going across the side. And then in the corner, the first time seeing this, but apparently it's a water drain outlet. That's pretty interesting. Then here's a look on the end, and the other side also does have that drain port. And the windows are pretty evenly spaced out, and that door at the end. Now for the roof section. So this main car is to observe the pantographs, so the observation windows, windshield wiper, and to monitor the overhead wire. Also interesting that there's a bit of space symmetry here. The roof section just on one side, and the walkway kind of sticks out a little bit. And we have this line which goes all the way across to the other end, where we have this cable head with a white insulator. And also at the bottom, we have the drain outlets on one end. Right, so here this car number 4, it's notably different having this white roof on top. With this bar at the bottom, you use to measure the rails and the rev division. There also are these holes at the top that you won't find in the other cars. So we have some windows at the top. There's a special window with a rain gutter, so it's probably for the conductor. And on the other end, we have 2 more windows. And this wide door with some steps at the bottom. Alright, then here's the end, and the other side, the windows are placed differently. So the roof is painted white, which is unlike any other car, and is used to prevent heat expansion from sunlight for more accurate measurements. Then on this end, we have the other cable head, which links up to this yellow cable, which goes all the way across to this part. Then on the bottom, it does have that extra bit in one corner. So this... So Mr. Blaze, oh my god, he just killed a cow! Kinda evil, don't you think so, Mr. Blaze is moving, oh my god, he just killed a cow! Kinda evil, don't you think? He's playing really, really bad, railroad crossing in, going down. Yeah, we like lost the stuff. Maybe it's looking good so far, we patched the pilot, Train Surfer now, like, it's more better from like last time, there's not really any problems with this, I'll stop over there. Oh my god, you got the whistle working. Oh no, we should be arriving in California any day now. Yeah, very cool. I wonder if you like jump off because it's still moving. It kind of just stops right there. Alright, so the train is moving along and oh no. scenery on the outside. At least from an engineer's perspective, this is actually really nice. You see the funnel train with trap doors opening. Chickens. You're sitting down, they're passengers as well. Yeah, this is really nice, grabbing metronome, right? Would be cool to have a horn so you can open up the doors. This is more dangerous than real life. And we should be running the train, okay? We're moving along. Good so far, Fox. Hey, what's up, guys? It's Greg Fox. Today we're talking about Apple Board that you can add moving train into Minecraft. So the last time I reviewed the mod, they were just using the default Minecraft tracks, which are small and tiny. But in this new update, they have these really cool 3D model train tracks. So you can just place them down and these are like 3 blocks long. So it's kind of like standard gauge. I just lay them on top of my existing anvil tracks. It's actually one of the sets for my animations, and you can actually extend it if you just right click it again, and then you select a new point, and then it just like makes everything in that area. And this thing can also do a lot of different designs, like if you wanted to have a little curve here, you can do that, or if you wanted to have a little switch, you can have 2 tracks like that, which you can put on an angle. There's also this block over here is called a train station, and you can just place that on top of tracks. You see the arrow shows which direction. Place that to the side of the tracks, and then these things are connected. Let's call it box haven. And you actually need this block to assemble a train. You just right click and then create a new train. So take a train casing block with the inventory, place it down, and it makes this bogey, which you will actually move. And I'm just going to make a rudimentary train, so basically you just add blocks around it. Get a train control, and you want to place this down here. This is where you can operate the trains. I'm going to add in a red seat, super glue everything together. So this whole entire thing is kind of like a world edit selection. That's what it reminds me of. Alright, so once you have assembled the train, go to the train station assembly. Foxy, I don't know. This is our train, and you can actually operate it. You just sit right over here, right click the controls, and now you can. And this is your train. It's actually a lot cooler. Alright, so now let's go check out this larger train, the CSX GP38, and I added some brake cars to it. Already named right here, we are at Saratoga, New York train station. Alright, so we can actually grab this box right here, and you can actually give them a train schedule. So right over your train schedule, give them instructions, says travel to a station, and you can write the name of stations. So I made a train schedule of all the stations, and now I can give them a train schedule. So now it becomes a train conductor, and there's this path, and you should be driving the train up here. Moving along. Good so far, folks. Alright, so the train is moving along, and oh no! At least the Colorado booth is doing fine. Well, the train stopped at the next station right here. I'm in front of the train now. So as you can see, it is functioning. Ignore that, just right on here. So I'm gonna have Foxy go back to Saratoga, and then we're gonna fix this guy up. Yeah, you can check out the scenery on the outside. At least from an engineer's perspective, this is actually really nice. Here we're passing crossing. You can write /create trains, and if you want to move it, you just press remove. Oh yeah, that's the other train. We'll move this one. Now this one also does include train doors, which actually open in an interesting way. You actually slide like that. Alright, so we just glued up this view liner and got the metronome. Normally these things don't run together, but oh well. Alrighty, got the dog sleeping. Hey, you better move because I'm gonna run over it. Yeah, let me actually move out of the way. We're gonna test it out. It actually runs and doesn't leave apart the train behind. Just sit down, go forward, use hold W, and then run the points. That's it. Yeah, we really like lost the point. And it's looking good so far. We've touched the pilot. So now we're gonna go on to the next station. You know, it kind of feels nice to actually have the whole thing going on. Oh no, you can't. The problem is the truck switches are not automatic, so like you can't automatically turn. So if you have a fork, you have to control which direction you want to actually move in. Let's go to pro and a con, I guess. Then here we're in Findlay, Ohio. We make a station here, but I think we'll just pass it. Yeah, this is really nice driving metronome train. It would be cool to have a horn, but we only have the whistles in the mod, which is for steam trains. So yeah, this is actually really cool. You guys have view. It's sitting down. Definitely, if you're operating this, put a chair down, because if you stand, you're actually going to fly out. It's getting a little rocky here, but we're coming across like a switch, so we got to make sure we're going to turn the right direction. So you can see that arrow there in the bottom screen right here. That actually helps you determine which way you're going to getting outside of this tunnel area. I wonder if you can have like lights for this train to light up dark areas. The next station is California. That's why I labeled this as. So here we are. If you hold space, it just stops at the station. So yeah, we just drove our metronome from New York to California. That was pretty quick. So our next location is past California. So we're going to go to the rail yard, and hopefully you can follow it now. And get outside and check out how this train is going. That's still funny. Probably there should be a railway. This mod actually includes the curves from the previous Minecraft rails, but they're still too small for my big trains. Probably like the closest thing you're gonna get to having a functional Minecraft train. Well, let's see what I did design the train mod. Let's go back now. Wow, that's true. The reason why I want to have the chickens driving so I can check out the other pod. Apparently I'm a train server now. Actually a pretty nice view. Let's go to the inside of this because there should be some seating. Hopefully I don't fall off the train. That was really okay. Gotta get inside. Wow, let's get inside. Some of these blocks are missing. Whoa, like the door is open too when you arrive at the train station up there. So yeah, let's just sit down. Just riding on Amtrak. You can see like trucks in the background. American scenery. And we should be arriving in New York shortly. You can see the front of the train where the truck doors open. Chickens. They're sitting down. They're passengers as well. Oh, we arrived in New York. That was quick. Are we gonna stop? Yes, we are. Yeah, the door opens like that. The train. We have arrived in New York. Yeah. Thanks to our chicken train door. Alright, so now let's assemble our seats of the train. And let's move this guy down in position. Open doors. That's what I've added. And hopefully it runs well. Although I did have to separate the cars. Alright, so you're saying this is not much. Okay, let's go here. Departing from Saratoga. This is the New York City subway car. We are missing a little bit of the back part, unfortunately. Oh no, derailed. Alright, so I just put it back to the correct orientation. You're missing a part of that. That kind of sucks, but I just want to see this train in action, to be honest. Oh no. But yeah, we're moving along with our damaged subway train. Check out this curve. It goes crazy. This is definitely better for 1-to-1 scale, but we are approaching our next station.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30, 31, 32, 33, 34, 35, 36, 37, 38, 39, 40, 41, 42, 43, 44, 45.
This is more dangerous than real life. Okay, go. So you can actually change the type of move you have just by right-clicking the wheel of it. It kind of looks like pistons. Apparently to move in both directions fast, you need train controls on both sides. Let's get a blaze burner. Apparently this is a block you can use to, control the train. So yeah, we gotta set the piece of light.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30, 31, 32, 33, 34, 35, 36, 37, 38, 39, 40, 41, 42, 43, 44, 45, 46, 47, 48, 49, 50, 51, 52, 53, 54, 55, 56, 57, 58, 59, 60.
Yep, just like that. And then this in turn should activate the sequence gear shift and it made it turn 90 degrees and delay and then turn 90 degrees again. So I think I'll just turn down the power for this, maybe like 12. And we're gonna make this rudimentary railroad crossing and we need some glue. So let's see if this thing works. Activated, come on. Oh wow, it actually, it works. Wait a minute, it's supposed to go down now that I think of it. Is that train going? Alright, activate. Oh. It did it, but like the wrong way. Let's do it again. Come on, yep. That's good. So I figured out a way to do things things wirelessly using the redstone link. So basically, if this gets a redstone connection, this thing can activate this thing wirelessly. So you don't have to have this long wire that kind of looks ugly. So if I had an observer right here, and then this could signal this wirelessly. And basically inside here is a frequency, so this is the block that is going to be like the same type. To make it a receiver, you just crouch and right click, and then you get this like white disc on top. So I have these set as receivers, and they should go down when the train comes. So let's just do a test for demonstration purposes. So I'm going to get a lever here, pull the lever, they should both go down. Alright, now it's working good so far. We got the functioning railroad crossing. And then there it goes back up. Alright, so let's give this guy the train schedule, and hopefully we'll be on our way. So here you go. We are departing. Riding BNSF train, and I actually have some mechanisms here. Whistle. I better not fall off like last time. There it goes. Moving along. At least we have like a functioning train. Like, it's a lot better from like last time. These are actually... There's not really any problems with this so far. So we should be going across to that station, and then I'll stop over there. Oh my god, I got the whistle working. You did automatically. Oh, I guess when you arrive at a train station, it makes that whistle blow. Which is actually a steam effect. Oh well. Alright, so Mr. Blaze is moving. Oh my god, he just killed a cow! Kinda evil, don't you think? Alright, he's going really, really fast. The railroad crossing didn't go down in time. Well, now it went down. Okay, now it just stopped. Alright, that one goes up, this one goes up. The train is still right here. I think in a real life situation, the train signal should be activated earlier. So I made an observer slightly farther away. I'll make him go back where he came from. There he goes, pretty fast. Alright, so if this works properly, then the train signal thing should go down. Alright, the barriers actually went down. Okay, no, you're going up too early. Oh, yeah, it's a lot of configuration. Plus, the train stops there anyways. Okay, should be activating. Railroad crossing is going down just in time. Well, it's like barely alright, so it's going past it. Riding on top of the stuff. This is a really wide field of view. Yeah, you can see all the train cars. It's actually pretty nice, 1-to-1 scale. My face might hit the roof of this, I'm not sure if I can fit. Oh no, fuck. Oh, it's the tunnel park section. Yeah. It's actually working quite good. You have the graffiti for Fox Yard. And we should be arriving in California any day now. Yeah, very cool. It looks so small in this. I wonder if you like jump off because it still moves. No, it kind of just stops right there. No, it's going the opposite way. So I guess you can go back into where the tunnel is. Nice. Very cool. Chug along. Got the horn the whistle. It'd be cool if they had a horn too. Mr. Blaze finally is going back to work. I just fell off my train again. I get spectator mode so I can fly faster. There it goes, crossing. Yep. I mean, the guards are only on this side, so if I did this properly, it would be on both sides. It's the only problem of doing it like this is that the locomotive is in the wrong place. Especially do not want to leave the train with a tank car. Because usually they put like explosive material on it. There it goes. Oh no! Alright, so it should be arriving in the station. Hopefully it doesn't destroy anything else. Oh no, there's another train here. Okay, good thing it stopped. Gonna hit my Metro North. But yeah, that's pretty much it for my video of the Great Train mod. I hope you guys enjoyed. There's definitely a lot of potential, and maybe I might revisit this mod to see like other aspects of it, especially because we didn't even get to make a steam locomotive yet. But yeah, if you guys enjoyed the video, make sure you hit that like button down below, subscribe if you haven't already, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye.
Want to learn how to flip, fly?
Train is going pretty fast, and away it goes. See, oh look, the train is literally moving by itself. There's like no one controlling. gonna try out this locomotive here. But this one actually does have a toilet. Alright, so let's just leave that alone. So we're gonna be full speed ahead.
One, two, three, four, five, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10.
Railroading monitor. So we're gonna take a look at the rest of the block of trains to see all the other trains that we have not yet seen before. So here we have a lot of these locomotives, and before we actually run anything, I just want to take a look at these buffers that we added. I'm not sure if they added it before in V2 or V3. Different types of buffers you can add, and let's actually test them. It actually moves now. I have this really small locomotive here, and let me see what this actually called. It's a Tractor 57 by Captain Skipper. It just looks so small. So let's go inside the cab here. Let's go forward a bit. Get out of the throttle. Let's see how well these buffers work. They work pretty well. They just completely stop the locomotive in its tracks. Yeah, just immediately. So I guess these are pretty useful. Don't want trains running over. Also, they're good decoration pieces. And right over here, this is the CP 1400. It's a locomotive from Portugal by João Fonseca. So you can see all the detail. I really do like how the weathering looks like inside. So we go inside, just right click. Here's what the interior looks like. There's like a nice doorway on the side. Let's turn it on. And let's try to couple with the rest of the rolling stock over there. So let's go forward. And let's bump into these cars. And I think it's all connected now. Yeah, it should be. It has a nice, diesel, black smoke particles coming up front here. I do not want to go all the way across. Alright, so now we're going backwards. But for now, we're just doing a power movement. A little bit glitchy right now. And oh no, just crashing into everything. Now that you really look at it, this locomotive is actually quite taller than this one. So it's almost like they're like a different scale or something here. This is just huge. Next up, we got some other locomotives here. In my last video, I mistakenly called this some German train, but this is actually also Portuguese as well, and they're all red colors, so it's kind of confusing. Here you can look at the underside detail, very nice weathering, and you can tell who made this just based on the art style, like João Fonseca. He has a specific art style, kind of see how it is the same between the locomotives, how he colors things. Here's a look at the top part. Now, if we go to our big boy here, one thing I missed before that Bosk, the guy who actually designed this, told me about, is that if you use the paintbrush, it doesn't just change the livery that, I was talking about before. It changes to white, and then it's a yellow one, but it also does change the doors here, so you can see they are closed here, but if I right click, they become open like that. So that's another thing that you can do between the locomotives, just to have different modes. Yeah, we can close the door inside, open it up. So this is how Big Boy apparently that operates. As for the tender, currently the font here changes, and also the colors of the wheel bearing caps. I guess they change as well. And if we take a look at the ACS64, I don't know if it really changed that much, but you can also change the pantographs with the paintbrush. So this one goes up, and then the other one goes up, and this one goes down, and then that one goes down too. So you can configure it, whichever one you want. So I assembled a little freight train that we have by a couple of people, Sebastian, Bosk, Captain Skipper. So I wish they really had more rolling stock, but anyways, let's go get this thing on the road. So let's first turn it on.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10.
Using the air on the number pad. And you can see on the side here, there's actually a red signal here, so I'm not really supposed to go, but I don't really care. Alright, so let's get this train on the road. Going the wrong way. And the throttle the other direction. Now we are pulling freight train out of the yard here.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10.
nice countryside farms. Let's make our way to the back. I wonder what it looks like. Okay, so this is the interior. It's just the bulkhead compartments. You can ride between cars. So this is what it looks like if you're like pretending to be freight hopping. You can't really go past this car though. So I don't know. I guess I have to just hop off and hop back on. And here's what it looks like if you're on the flat car.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30, 31, 32, 33, 34, 35, 36, 37, 38, 39, 40, 41, 42, 43, 44, 45.
Does it think that I'm attached to the other train? That's what I think. And yeah, it is. It's just like magnetically attracted to the other train. So there we go. Let me see. Oh look, the train is literally moving by itself. There's like no one controlling that. Oh, I think I know why. It might just be like the gradient. So it's just like gravity moving this train along. And I don't know. I think we might have reached the edge of this. Alright, so I just spawned in some more trains. So we got some B320 locomotives. These are by Captain Skipper, and I believe they are German because it says made by Henschel. And right over here we have the BR218, and these are all like, I guess these are locomotives. Could be like Deutsche Bahn. Alright, so let's take a look at the interior, what they look like. Got a nice green interior. That's what their horn sounds like. And they also do have an internal compartment here, so you can check out the engine. Very nice. Here is another part here. What is this exactly? I don't know, maybe like a battery part. And some more engine detail. And here is the other end. Alright, so let's actually go the other direction here. So here's the other one. It's pretty much the same thing. Right inside. It has for the BR218. Let's see what that has. This is actually a tan interior. The chair is actually facing the outside now. Nice desk. Looks like a little steering wheel. That probably not steering wheel though. And let's see. Oh, this is actually pretty colorful. It's actually going to be like a 13 thing, but it's what it's here. And then here is the other end of it. See, it's on a gradient, so it's sloping there. Yeah, you can see back there, there is one locomotive with its smoke. I think it should stand on the right side. This is probably the side where the R is supposed to sit, or call it the engineer. What they call it exactly. It says we're going 118 kilometers per hour. Alright, so here's another locomotive. It's a very small, called Get by Captain Skipper for here. What's that? Yeah, I guess it is. Oh, it's like a steam locomotive, so it is a very small one. Let's actually see it. Let's go the other direction. That's what it's actually pretty noisy. And away it goes. Alright, so here we have a French train. I don't know what that is. And it is running by under power. Beautiful detail. I don't think it's that as detailed as the other locomotives though. But it is a start. Alright, so now we're in a fancy train station where we have a lot of these passenger trains, such as the Deutsche Bahn Metro. And we have the Chicago back there with single level cars. Then we have the SBB CFF here. It looks actually cool. And then I found some coaches I can use for the Portuguese railway. So we'll be driving all three of these. Alright, so first off we have the PNR F480.1. That is really hard to say because I failed.
seeing this game changing out. I wish I would have heard him when you home. This one is pretty good.
Alright, so now we're moving on. Keep going smart right here. Dave, it's going too slow now. Let me just have it a little bit. So let's go check out the cars here in the back. So here is what it looks like. So you may see in here. And actually make this train faster. You know, one thing about this car, they can control the train even though you're in the middle. You're in the back of the truck out there, so it's just physically enhanced. And here is this car. Yeah, I don't think we connected to that island switch. Alright, so now we're going back the other way because apparently we lost our island switch. Connected, so we're going to full speed ahead towards the station. Oh no. Oh, we're actually on a different train. Just switched automatically. Oh no. Imagine the disaster here. I feel like cars stuck together. Oh well. Anyway, so here's the coast that I was planning on connecting, and that's so I just placed it here again. Here's what that looks like. And this is Dabu Dafa 778. I'm really bad at saying these German names. They're always so hard to say. So here's what the intro looks like. It looks actually very nice. It's kind of like a kind of control car, so you can control it on this side here if you would have the locomotive. And then here is the passenger section. It looks like section up there. I don't know. Sometimes it goes up there, sometimes it doesn't, depending on the model. But it is a very nice interior. I feel like the thick wall there. Alright, so let's just leave that as long as there's a longer car. Alright, so now we're trying out this locomotive here by Sebastian. Take a look at the outside part first. You know, show the details. You know, admire what it looks like underneath. Those designs. Very nice. I feel like there's even like these little letters on the side. Right, you know, you can't read, but you know, I would still do that over here, but you can actually look at the details. Alright, so we're in the cafe now. Let's put on this guy. And go forward a little bit. Hear the whistle. That is the whistle. So we were down, we had this part over here for the doorway. Here they have very nice compartment here. I'm not even sure if we're in the engine or if it's the first part. I think it's the first part. It's like a baggage area. Or maybe not. Maybe we're in the locomotive. Let me check. Okay, now it's still one first part. There's a little baggage area. Here's like where the seating is. We got 3 seats here, 3 seats there, 3 seats. We also have some overhead racks. You can put your luggage there. And then here is the next part. We have a studio area. So these are like rolled up. The train actually stopped, so maybe we collide with something. Okay, yeah, we just crashed into that wall right there. Attention passengers, we have to evacuate the train. Yeah, we totally crashed into that wall here. Let me see if I can actually get out of here. Throttle the other direction. Looks like once this happens, you can't really get out of it. I guess it's just realistic to have it like that. But here's the other cars. We got the 1 and the 2. Maybe that's first class, second class. I don't know. Here is what it looks like on the back end. It says bicycle, so maybe the part here is to like put bicycles, like a bicycle storage area. Got a nice fire hydrant detail. Very cool stuff. Alright, so we're back here at the station. I just had to fly over to try the last train here, because we got that Portuguese rolling stuff. So, trying to get that going. Alright, so we're in a cab right now, guys. On the good side. It looks like all the stuff's on the left hand side, so we should stand here. Turn on. And go back to the eastern patch. Okay, let's stop. Right here. Looks like they're all connected. Great. Well, so many times they have like tried touching one another, they just go the wrong way. So here's what it looks like when you're on the road. Nice detailed cabin. And let's go up here. Take a look at the back section. Well, there's like a giant TV here. Cabinets. The water connection first. And there is the cab for like a bathroom area right over here. This one actually does have a toilet here. It's not a seat or anything, but there is a toilet. I didn't expect them to actually model that. And I know if my train actually stopped, we probably crash into that same wall again. Okay, yeah, these two trains, they go like the same place. Yeah, if you take a look at this car, we got some nice curtains here on the side of the bed. These actually look pretty stiff. They tend to look here, here's a view of the outside of it. The bogey detail, it is actually still running here. Here's some flow there. Pretty nice. Alright, so here's a nice train. It's the Porcupine B46 looks like light rail, I think. There's a little tram here, so if you see a lot of tram videos here, that's the right way to go. And the other direction. Is that really what it sounds like? I mean, it kind of just sounds like it's breaking on something. Yeah, that's what it sounds like. You're seeing through the cab. It's pretty much like one seat here in the middle of the platform. Which is nice, so that you have a lot of view. Here's a bucket in between. We have the seating, so it's one seats that face each other. We have double seats, some doors over here, and these are called accessibility seats. There's wheelchairs and stuff like that, old people. And take a look at the next car. So this is the gangway, stuff that moves in between cars to make it articulated.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30, 31, 32, 33, 34, 35, 36, 37, 38, 39, 40, 41, 42, 43, 44, 45, 46, 47, 48, 49, 50, 51, 52, 53, 54, 55, 56, 57, 58, 59, 60, 61, 62, 63, 64, 65, 66, 67, 68, 69, 70, 71, 72, 73, 74, 75, 76, 77, 78, 79, 80, 81, 82.
Weird sound. So here's what it looks like when you're actually driving the NS Merman. You can have a nice F5 view of it inside the
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30, 31, 32, 33, 34, 35, 36, 37, 38, 39, 40, 41, 42, 43, 44, 45, 46, 47, 48, 49, 50, 51, 52, 53, 54, 55, 56, 57, 58, 59, 60, 61, 62, 63, 64.
Specifically, a lot of Netherlands spoorwagen, which is like a Dutch railway. We have a lot of them here, but some other cars as well. So since they added a lot of Dutch trains in the update, I decided to all line them up on these tracks over here in the station. This is the NS tracks. So it's like a locomotive, and you can use this to pull and push coaches. Then right over here we have some EMUs. These are some bi-level. So here we have the NS Verm M, and then here we have the original NS DG IRM. See, they are quite similar, but they're actually different since this NS Verm, they actually modified it so it's a lot longer than that. Plus, you know, the door color is different. That one's blue, while this one is yellow. And let's actually go inside. So to go inside, you just right-click, and then you can go inside the cab. They have a bunch of detail inside. But they also have interior detail where the passenger cars are. You see they have a lot of detail. Here's like internal compartments. So to start up, you just press the plus sign on the number pad, and then you turn up the throttle up. So let's go. And there also is like a bell here. I don't know if the NS Verm has a bell, but there it is. So here's what it looks like when you're actually driving the NS Verm. Very nice. You can have a nice live view of it. Inside of it, I was really excited for this update since, you know, it's a fun train to drive. Let's actually go in reverse. So to go in reverse, you just turn the other direction, but it takes a while, so you gotta turn on the brake here. Throttle, go in the other direction. So as this train is moving, you can walk between the cars, and that's pretty cool. I don't know how they did it, but now I'm on, like, the top floor of it. It just teleported me, weird. Yeah, let's keep on going, and it sort of, like, teleports you when you're doing this. Right, and apparently stopped because we ran into the couploper, which is another train that put it here, so they automatically couple. Alright, so next up we're gonna try out the NS tracks. Very nice. One raised pantograph, so let's just go inside the cab here. Turn on the throttle. Alright, now it's rolling. I'm gonna try to drive as many trains as I can in this mod, because I know in the last mod, apparently I forgot. Oh no, we're gonna crash into it now. Phew, that was a near collision. I don't know if it actually hit it or not, or did I just miss it? Alright, so next we're gonna try out the NS 1700. Another locomotive. So let's start it up. Turn up the throttle. It's going the wrong direction, so you gotta put on the brakes. And let's go throttle the other way. So we're gonna go head straight towards that one. Oh no, we're going way too fast. I am pretty awful at driving. Alright, so we connected it, and apparently those cars weren't connected, so I'm going off totally wrong. Alright, so that is really weird now. All of a sudden. Is that multi-track drifting? I think it is. Yeah, you can actually multi-track drift. I didn't really do this intentionally, but somehow it connected it on 2 tracks, and then it goes back. This doesn't really make any sense, but I guess it just collided with the other locomotive here. Alright, so next up, let's try out the couploper. This is the NS ICM. They have a really high cab up here. Let me look at the back detailing. So you can see you can go along like the top level of this. I don't see like lights on, so it's kind of dark. Okay, this one's actually a lot brighter. So I think I noticed like between cars, like the whole car depends on the brightness. You can see right there, that's a little different. I don't know if that's like shaders or something. So let's turn on first. The brakes on this pretty high. And let's turn on the throttle. Make a random bell sound. Is there a horn? The horn actually works. It just sounds like a recording though. So here we are driving the NS Couploper now. We're heading out the station. I can see it's standing behind us. So there goes the NS Couploper along with the NS Verm that we were driving earlier. They're all like connected together. So that is sort of like a runaway train. Let me see what it looks like when you're in the inside of one of these Milo cars. You can look at the scenery. In my last video, the maker of the map, he actually recommended that I make my trains go a lot slower since I was going way too fast. Wow, will you look at that. I don't know how this train actually made it, but there's apparently like a missing section over here. Is that glitched or fletched? I have no idea. But that's completely missing, that's hard. But, you know, it's still actually red across, that's cool. Alright, so let's try out this train. This is an S-Bahn Berlin FBR481. I've never seen this train in my life, but, you know, that's what it looks like. I think that's like a bicycle sign here on the side. Alright, so let's go inside. Here's what the train looks like. It's actually very, very small. Let's turn it on. Let's go backwards. Alright, it's connected. Now we can go forward. Yeah, we can drive this train all the way back to the station. While it's driving the train back, alright, never mind, it's going another direction. Here's what the interior looks like. They have folded up seats, and railings over here, handlebars. regular seating. Alright, sorry to think that I assembled this car wrong, because there's like a whole windshield right over here in the middle. This one looks more normal though. So let's go stop at that station. So I need to turn my throttle, turn up the brake. Alright, so I just spawned in some more locomotives. So this right here is a BR-143, and here is a 146, and they're both made by, you can actually see like who actually made these. Like this one's Captain Skipper, and this one's Slender MC, and a lot of the industry by a guy named Foxy. It's pretty interesting. Fox. We're all foxes in here. Alright, so let's go take a look at what the detailing looks like. Look on the side, the DB logo here. Very nice. And they also have like the detailing. Also, and grandpa. And here's the other one, so this one. And let's actually go inside. You know, I don't think I'll run like every single train around the map. Alright, so apparently that's what their horn sounds like. Alright, so there's like a weird square in the middle of this one. Alright, let's try the other one. This one. Okay, this horn, it sounds exactly the same. Let's try to find some other locomotives. Here we have the 8500 Verdi. So inside this guy actually added a lot more detailing. So that's quite cool. I don't know what that is. That's what the horn sounds like. It sounds a lot better than the other one. Alright, so let's try this one. And this one's more like a steam sounding whistle. Oh, this one also does that. Here we got a couple more trains. I think this one is a Spanish one. It's like a lot of cab detail, but not so much here in the middle. That sounds a lot like the other one. So there's also this coach right over here that says German coach. And it has a lot of it's pretty weather, and there's basically two cars. It's on the inside what it looks like. So here's what it looks like inside. Got a nice little door window here. I'm not sure what this is, like a garbage can or a pull-up seat. Valve there. Here's what the seating looks like. It looks like a bunch of like chocolate bars, to be honest. Curtains here on the side. Nice luggage rack on top. Another new thing added was this Union Pacific Go car, and it is the Challenger. I believe it's like the 119. Here's what it looks like from the interior. Very nice. Let's go look out. Okay, this hallway. There's like a staircase up over there, and the boss, who's the designer behind this, and the Union Pacific stuff. Look at that big culvert over there. We'll get to that later. He actually updated the tender, so here's what it looks like right now. Looks a lot more detailed, and this truck is not on the track for some reason. Hopefully that can get fixed. Here's like the top detailing. And there also is like two versions of this tender here, so I believe this one is the MT. And right over there, that is the old one. So you can see they have a slightly different and perhaps design as well as on the roof, but they should be the same car. See, lights change. Alright, so now we move on to the big boy. The big boy also was upgraded. So one thing you can do in this mode is sometimes if there's like other colors, you can right click it and change color. So you know you can switch between that. So there is a lot of like variations in this big boy that I showed you before. Alright, so I think my favorite one though is just like this white line that goes across. Alright, so it's a little hard to get inside the shed, so I'm just gonna have to drive this big boy out. Here's what they do. I haven't seen this before, it looks a lot better. Alright, so let's go try this guy out. And you get the fender on here. I wonder if you can change the color scheme while it's on. Let's see. Oh yeah. So I'm just gonna keep it like this color. So right now I'm gonna try to get the big boy. Just a little that's the bell. I guess we can turn the bell. Very nice. Everybody's a whistle, not a horn. But yeah, you can change the duration of the scenery a little bit more. You can just make it go on forever. That's pretty nice. Alright, so I think and I need to actually change the switch from the switch, and it should go pretty correctly. Oh, we're going way too fast. Okay. Let me put my vertical over. So far, okay, let's go back. Alright, so I'm going to try to go back here, so we go yeah, nice cracking sound. Now should be connected. Oh, listen. No, I don't think the all last bar is connected, so we're going to have to close that. Alright, I think that should be connected to the shoulder level. This is the only American train we have. At least in this particular case. Oh yeah, let's start with that bell. That's fine. Alright, so we're I'm gonna try with the vertical. I think that should be a station right over there. I'm gonna try to park it in here. Let's go a little bit faster. That was not a station, that was actually just a bridge. Okay, from the bridge to here. This looks like a station, so let's go a little bit. Very nice neighborhood here. It actually is maybe a little bit better in first person just to look around at least. Yeah, let's just stop over here. Yeah, I don't think this thing turns off, so it's just gonna stay like that. Yeah, you can see inside. There's actually some stuff in here. And of course, always checking the road change. Alright, so now we take a look at this train. This is the S. It's probably French. X. The John A. I usually say this stuff completely wrong. That's all my colleagues get really mad. Weird that you're like, kind of it's almost like a E and U, but there's only one. But yeah, let's go. That goes pretty fast. Oh, is that right on? Looks like smoke coming out of it. That's out the horn. That's a nice horn. Actually shows up quite a bit longer than the other ones that I've tried. It's out control me again. Alright, so I'm going to lay it off on the throttle a bit so you guys can look at the scenery outside, some kind of like a industrial area. If this is a real life incident here, I'll be screwed. This train would be in the ocean. The world's biggest Minecraft video would be in the ocean. That would have been a disaster. You know what? Let's see what happens. Can I actually run into the ocean? I'm just gonna try to make this go into the ocean. Let's see what happens. Alright, so now we test out the cheating filter of PS4 floating off the ledge. I'm not sure how there's the further it gets works. It's like kind of like a light rail train. So maybe we can make it the picture looks like let's go. Turn on. Go forward. I don't know, but for some reason it won't really move that much. So, you know, let's see. Push this guy off. Yeah,
Bruh.
Like when it's about to fall off the ledge. I mean, it's sort of off the ledge here, but there's a lot of continue all the way. So that train grid system is this SPE called a trans-rapid train. I don't know, it looks like an interesting design. I don't know if it's like a monorail. It looks like a monorail. But like, not a monorail, like a magnet that runs on the monorail. So let's turn on. I'm gonna go a little bit backwards so we can get the data cars. Let's go forward a bit. Alright, so I'm moving along. Let's start down really quick. So here's what the interior looks like. There's a secondary desk. I don't know, co-pilot? Oh, there's like another desk. There's three desks. That's weird. Like a control room of sorts. So let's go down here. Which looks like they have like these three seats called them up inside. Actually quite wide for a train. Little four row seats here, I think. Bathroom here somewhere. There are also these, SBB is interesting. They speak so many different languages there. So there's a lot of acronyms. SBB, CFM, and here it looks like a nice like bar area. That's pretty cool. You can sit over here or in the bar and get meals, perhaps snacks, and there's also some nice couches. F1 train actually didn't add in the F-cars, so it's just a train driving with like the door wide open like this. Hi. Oh no, he stopped. I don't know why. Maybe he crashed into something. Looks like he crashed into the big boy that was here earlier. And you guys were wondering what the horn would sound like. Go test it out. Or we have one parenthesis. So that's just nice. It's short, not too long. And then we have the DDIRN. What the heck is that?
Mm-hmm.
So that's it for that one. Let me test out this one right over here. Yeah, this sounds exactly like the IPF proposal. Alright, so for room 10, as the NS room and it has the same exact weird sound. Nobody's, I don't know, is the train supposed to sound like this? Is that normal? Let me know in the comment section down below if that's an accurate sound. Yeah, that's pretty much it for my review of Monster Train version number 3 Reflect. I know there is a ton of more content that I probably missed in this video. There's just way too much stuff to fit in one video, so take a break now. But if you want me to make more videos of Monster Train, Reflect, or maybe other Monster related videos, let me know in the comment section down below. And if this video gets enough attention, I might consider doing another video of Monster Train. So yeah, hope you guys enjoy the video. If you do, hit the like button down below. Like while you're riding inside a passenger carriage. The ACS 64 is a lot more nice as you drive with the big boy since it's like down forward. And I think we just ran over a bunny. Sorry about that. Looking down forward. And I think we just ran over a bunny. Down forward. Bunny. Going too fast. Oh no, we're flying for that. That's bad. Alright, so yeah, this guy is just looking. I don't know if this is and then here we have smoke detectors. I found that really cool feature to do. Hey, what's up guys, it's Character Box, and today we're doing a showcase on the immersive railroading mod. Now this is a mod where you can run and operate trains trains as well as lay tracks. So these are all functioning trains that move around. You can attach rolling stock to them. And specifically in this video, we're going to take a look at the Box of Trains IR Resource Pack by Captain Skipper, Sebastian, and Bosk. And the team has Discord if you want to check them out. And for the surrounding map, this is by Dolphin on Planet Minecraft. It's called Urban American Railroad Map. A lot of people recommend me using this map. So yeah, we're going to check out all three of these resources. And yeah, let's go. Check first on the big boy, since that's the most coolest thing over here, I think.
1,
So
2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30, 31, 32, 33, 34, 35, 36, 37, 38, 39, 40, 41, 42, 43, 44, 45, 46, 47, 48, 49, 50, 51, 52, 53, 50, 54, 55, 56, 57, 58, 59, 60, 61, 62, 63, 64, 65, 66, 67, 68, 69, 70, 71, 72, 73, 74, 75, 76, 77, 78, 79, 80, 81, 82.
actually disabled requiring fuel. So if you have it on default, you'll need to have like water and coal just to make it all function. But I'm not really good at that, so I just disabled the fuel and also disabled like block destruction, where you can like hit a train into blocks and also break it apart. All right, so to actually ride this, all you have to do is go next to the train and right click, and then we're inside. Okay, you can just walk around both sides. Nice. Walk around the back. I guess go inside the tender. And let's actually start this thing. So the controls for this is just the number of pads. I'm going to turn the throttle. There we're actually moving. You can actually get out of the locomotive while it's running as well, so you can see it in motion. You can see the valve here, and it actually moves. So these things are all like animated. Very cool. Look at it, speed cross. And it is pulling the entire train. Hopefully I don't have a runaway train on my hands. I haven't really explored the map, so let's see what's actually out there. Let's go a little faster. Press F5. Have this point of view, I guess. Go a little faster. I don't know where this is going to take us, so the big boys are articulated so you can see the bogies are moving. It goes pretty fast. You can see the nice surrounding view. Hopefully we don't crash into anything. Here's what the other side looks like. This is very nice. And I think we're going way too fast. Let's slow it down a bit. So to slow down, you can turn down the throttle. And if you put the throttle in the middle, it kind of like stays there. There it goes. It's flying across. Very beautiful train here. And I think I have a runaway. I don't think I can actually catch up to that train, so that train's going to go on for quite a while. Alright, so next we're going to look at the Amtrak. It is ACS-64, electric locomotive, number 600. To the bottom, you can kind of looks like a bell. And a bogie detail and piping down underneath. Next, the Amtrak logo on the side. And here's what the other end looks like. And when the pantograph is raised, unfortunately you cannot lower the pantograph, so it kind of like stays like this. So if it hits any blocks, it will destroy it unless you disable block destruction. So yeah, let's go inside. Just right click. You have a nice path in here. Very nice view, and you can also walk between to access the other side. Alright, so let's go back onto this side, and we'll actually turn up the throttle. Let's just go forward. Very nice. I think the ACS-64 is a lot more nicer to drive than the big boy since it's like a cab forward. And I think we just ran over a bunny, unfortunately. Sorry about that. It's like a cab forward. And I think we just ran over a bunny. Like a cab forward. Bunny. That happens in real life, I guess. You can see it's moving pretty fast, so the shaders making this blurry. You can take a look at the scenery as well. Very nicely made map by Dolphin. And here's what it looks like from the outside view. Inside the actual train, and we want to slow down a bit. Let's turn on the brake over here. just to slow us down. Going too fast. Oh no, we're gonna collide into that. Yeah, that's what happens when we collide. At least we're still intact. We found where the big boy stopped, so I guess it stopped automatically. This nice terrain Dolphin made. Thought I lost this locomotive for good, but it kind of stopped here in this area for some reason. Get this guy started, turn up the throttle. Nice effects. And also, I forgot to say, you can access the bell over here. If you, the number pass. Actually, oh, this thing is actually stuck. That's why. Alright, so yeah, this guy is wheel slipping. I don't know if the wheels actually are still, yeah, they are turning. I'm not sure why it's not. It is not. But yeah, if you delete the train, you just shift and look, and that should get rid of it. Sorry about the big one. For some reason, it's not moving. Big boy, for some reason, it's not moving. And the cool thing about the immersive railroading mod, you can actually change the switch. So, I believe there should be a lever here. So if you pull the lever, it actually moves the switch when it pulls down. And you can see it just shifted right over there. You can change it back and forth like that. It's actually just going forward. Go straight across. Now let's go activate. See, turn on this bell as well. Very nice. You can see the animated wheel turn. That's so cool. In my god. I should have made a video on the immersive railroading mod like a long time ago, so this video is long overdue. Sorry about brakes up all the way, so that's why it's not moving so much. Alright, so let's see what else we have over here. I guess it's going straight. Let's do surrounding terrain. It's a nice city. There's like some track messaging. Whoa, that bell sounds weird now. Just turned it off. So yeah, this is like Minecraft train simulator, like the closest thing you're gonna get, I think. Here, I can just zoom in. On the outside, very nice. And I have no idea where this
1,
guy's actually
2,
going.
3, 4,
So it looks like
5,
this is
6,
turning the
7, 8, 9,
very
10,
nice. I really
11,
wish they
12,
had some
13,
Amtrak coaches like
1,
some
2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13.
Yeah, it's pretty cool. It looks like we're going into the station, so I'm going to turn down the throttle and turn up the brake. Let's see if we can stop really fast. So even, it is pretty realistic, so when you're stopping, it doesn't
1,
stop
2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13.
Into this build. And let's try out some other builds. Some other locomotives. So let's see here. We have an Alco S4. Put that on the tracks.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13.
Older design, so here's what it looks like. Can't really see much from this window here. There's a nice view here. So let's go activate this. Unfortunately, I can't get this locomotive to work, so let me try a different one. Alright, so next up we have the EMD SD40-2 Classic American Freight locomotive. Unfortunately, it doesn't come in any other color, so try to access the interior. You can see the controls, very nice. Oh yeah, we have to turn it on. That's why it wasn't working. I have to turn on the plus sign. Yeah,
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. 1,
slow it down a bit. So you can pretend you're an engineer operating here the actual controls. Got the dynamic brakes and all the throttle, etc. So here's what it looks like outside of the cab. Just moving along. It's a little jittery though. Oh, kind of going the other direction now. Oh well, see you later. Anyways, another thing I want to show you guys in this mod, some of these models, they actually have two different liveries. So let me first assemble the big boy. And by the way, if you want to attach cars to each other, you just place them close to each other, and they should automatically connect. So if you guys check
1,
out
2, 3, 4,
looking
5,
at
6,
paintbrush,
7,
you can actually
8,
change the
9,
focus
10,
range right
11, 12, 13.
and then it changes it. So this one right over here that has side smoke deflectors, that's very nice. And change it right here. Then it changes to the yellow line. I guess maybe it's like Greyhound livery, I'm not sure. And then here we have the smoke deflectors. I found that very cool feature to do. Very nice. You have like multiple versions of the same thing. We have the A1 Peppercorn. Now I'm not even sure. This might be like a default from immersive railroading mod, like a default model. Because it doesn't really look like these voxel arts, so I'm pretty sure it's like the default. And here's what it looks like. The A1 Steam Locomotive Trust. It's a British locomotive, but it runs on standard gauges.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13.
Alright, so let's actually add some rolling stock to this. So if you go over here in this tab, we have a couple of these rolling stock. We got a British Mark 1 coach, so let's see what that looks like. So top of tracks. There we have one coach, and these have like default glass windows. So at least they look Minecrafty. Here we go. And hopefully I don't like miss the string because it's going awfully fast. So you can actually rail back and look at this. You're just going spectator mode. You have to go really fast so that these things go really fast as well. This is a pretty nice train simulator. Alright, so let's try the Alco S4 again. Apparently, remember, turn on the engine. Right? Is the bell working? There we go. Now it's moving. Union Pacific. It's a very old locomotives, but they do operate. So yeah, they go pretty fast as well, even at this low speed. Get a runaway train with this mod. Here we have Santa Fe B40-8. Sort of moving along on its own. It didn't really have controls on this. I don't know why it's moving on its own. Turn on the brake for this. Yep, there we go. It slows down. Okay, now it stopped moving. Maybe because it was on a hill or something. Okay, I don't know. Here's what it looks like. This must be another one from like a default model immersive railroading mod. Let's take a look at some other models. We have some European trains as well. Very nice. There's DB here on the side, so it must be from Deutsche Bahn. So this one looks like it automatically attaches. Got a nice livery here. I like the livery a lot. Right, so here I assembled an intercity train. Got a bunch of different cars. You can see all the detail. It's very nicely neat. And let's go on the inside. There is an interior. You have this little control car. And you can walk into that. Not quite sure what these are. Maybe it's like a bike holding area or holding seats. Here are some seats. So you can sit down in these nice tables. Very realistic. And we'll move up to the next car over here. This one's a bit different. So these are like 6 seats, like little booths. I feel like Harry Potter, the Hogwarts Express. And then we have another section over here, so more of these seating. So I guess these are like different seatings, like cubicles. So here's what it looks like on the outside. You can see it says like a number 1 here. So it's also number 1. They're both ones. They're all, look at this one too. I don't know, maybe these two might be the same. Not quite sure if it's okay. It's a little derail. I don't know what happened to the derails. Does it like still work? I'm not quite sure. But yeah, I also loaded up this train over here. This is the Daba Bufa. I'm not sure what that is, but it must be European. It's a double-decker, says Regio on the side. It's going inside this. So these things are wood. That's our interiors. So I guess this is a control car. Turn the bell for this. Unfortunately, I don't know how to actually walk downstairs though. Maybe I have to go to game mode spectator for that. Here's some nice seatings. Yeah, let's get out of here. Yeah, here's what it looks like when it derails. So, I don't know if I can still actually move this train. Alright, so let's activate this guy. I turn on the engine, of course. Oh, no, we're going the wrong direction again. So the way the throttle works is that the middle is actually, that's the neutral area. And if we go for like the top part of this, it goes one way, and the bottom part goes the other way. So that's how you change direction. So we got a nice functioning train. And you walk in between the cars as it's moving, of course. Wow, it's going through a lot. I feel like we just hit something. Look at that. So here's what it looks like while you're riding inside a passenger carriage. It's actually nice and relaxing. Just looking out the windows, it's a nice beach area. I really like how he did landscape. It's not all flat, it's just like everywhere. See I'm riding in that. Isn't this really nice? Oh wow, it actually hooked up to the A1 Peppercorn right there in the back. That's the train we collided with. Wow, it just flew away. It's funny how you can hold these model trains in your hand, like giant models. Look at that. Alright, so I assembled a bunch of trains in this yard so you guys can take a look at them. So here we have some of the CP trains. They must be from Europe, I think. I've never seen this, and it kind of looks like a European design. We also do have the smaller engines, like these trams, light rail. I don't really recognize any of them, so it's not really European. Take a look at that. They all have very nice interiors. Very cool. And if you go further down the line, got these really small shunters and graph. This locomotive here, FFS and SPP. This must be the Swiss one. And here we got our Amtrak, of course, which we looked at before, and there also is some of these hand carts. Now this hand cart here, this must be what they use in Vauxhall trains, so it's a lot more pixelated. Let me see how this actually works. Yeah, you can actually move it. Take a look at the other cars up here. Very nice passenger trains. Cool designs. Take a look at the inside. Got the cab, of course, and the seating here in the back. And right here we have a German locomotive. This must be, I think it's from the default immersive railroading. It kind of looks more pixelated though, so this is a better style, I think. Very nice interior. Look at this layout. And got a bunch of gauges here as well. Bronze bush movement. I don't know what exactly that means. I think all the gauges are pretty much the same except like maybe the top one. So look at the back. Here's a tender. So I can fill in that with coal. And then we have another locomotive or EMU. I don't know which one it is. SPP. So Swiss again. And it is double decker. Except a small miniature locomotive. And then here from the default immersive railroading, one of these large G locomotives, as well as these little trams here. We also do have some rolling stock included in this build, like this cargo train. I really like the Vauxhall. It looks really nice. Got a little box car, as well as this passenger car. Take a look at the inside of it. Very cool. There's even some fold-out seats over here for extra seating, I guess. Maybe for the train stuff, I don't know. And lastly, we have the comparison between the immersive railroading Big Boy and the Vauxhall Trains Big Boy. And I think in the beginning of the video I actually confused the tenders for them. I used the default one for the Vauxhall one, so sorry about that. But this one here is a lot more pixelated. And I do like the Vauxhall Trains a lot more than the
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30, 31, 32, 33, 34, 35, 36, 37, 38, 39, 40, 41, 42, 43, 44, 45, 46, 47, 48, 49, 50, 51, 52, 53, 54, 55, 56, 57, 58, 59, 60, 61, 62, 63, 64, 65, 66, 67, 68, 69, 70, 71, 72, 73, 74, 75, 76, 77, 78, 79, 80, 81, 82, 83, 84, 85, 86, 87, 88, 89, 90, 91, 92, 93, 94, 95, 96, 97, 98, 99, 100, 101, 102, 103, 104, 105, 106, 107, 108, 109, 110, 111, 112, 113, 114, 115, 116, 117, 118, 119, 120, 121, 122, 123, 124, 125, 126, 127, 128, 129, 130. Bloody hell. Okay.
Yeah, that train just split apart in half. Okay, there we go.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30, 31, 32, 33, 34, 35, 36, 37, 38, 39, 40, 41, 42, 43, 44, 45, 46, 47, 48, 49, 50, 51, 52, 53, 54, 55, 56, 57, 58, 59, 60, 61, 62, 63, 64, 65, 66, 67, 68, 69, 70, 71, 72, 73, 74, 75, 76, 77, 78, 79, 80, 81, 82, 83, 84, 85, 86, 87, 88, 89, 90, 91, 92, 93, 94, 95, 96, 97, 98, 99, 100.
This is the place to go for signage that works.
1, 2, 3, 4.
Matters most on any street, in any suburb, everywhere your business needs to be. Signage that
That's
works.
4.
You could probably add a lot more ground cars to this. Let me know in the comments what you guys think. See what it looks like at nighttime. Yeah. So here's what the train looks like in the test build. See, it's kind of like shooting out puffballs in the front. Yeah, they're kind of
Half
random.
130.
Like it's literally going flying out that way. Alright, so let's go start this. Oh, that's cool as well. Look at that steam. It's just shooting out. It makes like little puffs. That's awesome.
Four, 3, 2, 1. $65. 65, 35, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30, 31, 32, 33, 34, 35.